Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. And honey, I am just sitting here looking at my forehead. It's really, my forehead really five hitting right now. I don't really be understanding how big my forehead is until I take those wigs off, y'all. Nonetheless, I think I am still gorgeous, don't y'all think so? So if this is y'all first time seeing my gorgeous face, honey, I am Londa, channel Chilling with Londa. Thank you for clicking on. Thank you for being here. Everything helps me, so don't be a silent watcher. Make sure you do subscribe to the channel, like this video please. And how we talk over here is by you commenting down in the comment section. I will respond to you. And yeah, if y'all already a part of the crew, then y'all know what time it is. It's time for another story time, and this is going to be a part 2 of Big Henry. Yeah, it's been a couple days, but catch up, you know what I'm saying? So this is going to be part 2 of Big Henry, the big football player who had a big crush on me in high school. And yeah, if y'all haven't checked out the part 1, I'm going to leave that video link down in the description box, so go ahead and check it out. Go ahead and look at it and come back, or look at this and then go check that out. Which way, however your heart desires, just make sure you check out part 1. And I have a question. Leave y'all thoughts below, please. Y'all like when I just jump right into my video, like straight to the point, how I do? Or if I should get an intro. Do y'all think I should make me an intro? Yes, no, maybe so. Just leave your thoughts down below. I will read them and consider what y'all have to say. Let's go ahead and get into the video. Yeah. So I think I left off with me being penned up in that locker room by Henry. He forced the kiss on me. He put this little hard plastic ring on my finger that later turned my finger green. Yeah, it was fake, y'all. It was too much. But you know, just like Miss Parker and Professor, when you put that pressure on somebody for so long, they eventually start liking you. And that was me towards Henry. I was running for him for so long, but I ended up started liking him when he gave me the ring and he was telling me how he wanted to marry me and all this stuff, child. Just my little teenage brain started falling for him. So we started dating. Now, it's football season, and I think I told y'all in the previous video that it's really no name for them, but it's like a group of girls that help the football team out. We help out like with the supplies. We get them water on the football practice. When it's games, we be down there, giving them water and stuff. We just the runners for the football team, right? So the team had a football game coming up that was going to be away. Now, our away games usually is at a stadium in the middle of the city here. But this game was going to be in Orlando. Yeah, so we did a very good job. Toodles to Generals that year for making it that far in the season to even get to Orlando, because anybody who's from Miami knows that Miami Jackson High School's football team sucks. The only thing that's good about my high school was the band, which I joined the next year when I was in 10th grade. But the football team is ass. Like, for us to even have made it to get to the away game in Orlando, it was a big deal. And I was proud of them, So, okay, I'm just going to fast forward just a little bit. Okay, so let's say that game was supposed to be on a Saturday night in Orlando. Let's say it's Thursday, right? So me and Henry is dating, y'all, and the dating experience with him was just so the time was just very miniature at this time. It hadn't been long. We still was fresh. We would talk on the phone. I would meet up with him sometimes after school because I helped him at the football practice, so I would see him quite often. It wasn't so bad dating Big Henry so far. So it's Thursday. Me and Big Henry is on the phone and we talking about the game that's coming up. Now, when I say we, again, I was a part of the group of girls that worked with the football team. So we were going to go to the football game as well in Orlando. Woo, woo, which we had a ball. Anyways, we would talk about it, and on the phone, Big Henry would express to me damn, I ain't got no money, like my funds low. I had to help my mama do this. I really just wish we could go play the game and come back. I really don't want to go to Universal Studios. Did I mention that? I don't know if I mentioned that. I be talking too fast. So it was supposed to be 2 days for the weekend. We were going to go to play the game. And then after the game, we were going to go to Universal Studios. That's why it was going to be a 2-day weekend for us, the football team. So He was saying how like he wished that we could just go to the game and not go to Universal Studios because he really don't have no extra money. He just got enough money to buy like his accessories for the like his uniform, like his socks, his pads, stuff like that. And I was just like, well, you know, babe, you know, just if you have like $100, $200, we only going to Universal Studios. It can't be that bad. He would just be like, nah, like I don't have that much money. I just wish we could just play the game and come back to Miami. His attitude was down. He was pretty much sad, and I was just like, dang, you know, I wish Big Henry, you know, first of all, I thought he had a good job, you know, I thought he had a little money on. I didn't know that much about Big Henry at this point because we were still fresh, but I thought, you know, he's a grown man. You should have a good job. You should have a good paying job. This is just my mind, but he was on the phone just telling me like he just wish we can go to the game and come right back to Miami. Screw Universal Studios altogether. But me, I was excited. I have my daddy. My daddy gave me money. I already had a couple hundred saved up, you know, put away for me to go on this trip. So I, on the other hand, was looking forward to it, y'all. I was excited. I was like a kid. Y'all ever was in elementary or middle school and y'all was finna go out of town with the church, family, school? You just can't sleep the night before. I was so excited. I was like, ooh, I'm finna go out of town with my man. We finna win this game, you know. We finna go to Universal Studios. I am finna go ride on this ride. I'm finna go have a good time. Me, I'm pumped. But at the same time, Big Henry, he was not pumped. He just wanted to go play football and come right back to Miami, which I kind of understood because he didn't have no money. So, boom, we're gonna fast forward. Friday morning, we were required to be at the school 5 in the morning. Yeah, 5 in the morning because the buses was gonna leave at 7:30 and they wasn't waiting for nobody. So 5 in the morning, I would, you know, I'm there at the school. We supposed to meet in the cafeteria. Y'all already know from part 1 that Celia got kicked out a few months into high school. Child, I miss my friend. She was gone. So I'm there in the gym with the coaches, you know, me and the other girls. I don't know if I should name them all. It was 7 of us, you know, including me. So it was me. I'm gonna name this one girl. We're gonna name her Lainey, right? It was me, Lainey, and like 5 other girls, you know. So we all in the gym with the coaches. We're packing some stuff, putting towels in bags, getting extra water bottles. We are getting extra pads, a couple helmets. We just helping the coaches, you know, just putting stuff in order. We're loading them on this little bin, putting them to the Greyhound truck. We're just doing our job pretty much. You know, we had a cooler. We had to go to the cafeteria, fill that cooler with ice to the top, just for the road trip. We just doing our little thing in there. And then once we finished that, we were allowed to go to the cafeteria, hang out with the football players, and just wait for the Greyhounds so we could go. So once me and the girls and Lamy, we finished doing football duties, we go to the cafeteria with the team. We're chilling. Now I'm chilling with James. Y'all know James from part 1. James is the guy that I met the first day of school. He was scared, I was scared. We walked in school together and became friends ever since. And I want to just say this, that I'm so proud of James today, y'all. James is a football coach at he sure is. He's an accredited coach at and he is doing his thing. I wish I could put a picture up I wish I could just put a picture of him on that field, you know, doing his thing. But James, he did an amazing job. He became something great. So me and James is we in the cafeteria, we're talking. And around this time, Henry is in the cafeteria too, but he's more like off with the other guys because James was a freshman and Henry is a senior. So they didn't really talk like that, you know. So I'm talking to James. We're sitting down talking. He's talking to his football friends, and the coach called me. Coach Carter called me. He like, Londa, let me come here. So I go, and we needed to load some more coolers on this bin to put to the Greyhound, right? It was a lot of work. It was real heavy. James saw us struggling, so James came and he in the cafeteria. No, James came to the gym and he helped us load it to the Greyhounds, right? So it was me, Lamy, and James. We all 3 put these big old coolers on the back of the Greyhound truck. Once we put all them stuff on the bus, we were allowed to go back to the cafeteria and continue mingling with the other, the other people. Everybody's in there banging on the desk, the tables. We excited. We having a good time. The coach is having a little speech to the team. They all doing their little whoos and hollers and whatever the football team be doing. They amping their stuff up. We ready. I called my daddy. I'm like, Pop, we finna head out. It's like 7 o'clock. The buses leave at 7:30. My daddy tell me to have a good time, be safe, make sure I got all my stuff. So the football players load the Greyhound buses first. Us girls, it was only 7 of us. Like I said, we couldn't sit in the back with the football players. We had to sit in the front. So we had to line up outside. We lined up. The football players was in front of us. The girls were in the back. Henry got a little mad because I could not sit with him. But what did you think, Henry? What did you really think? You really thought the coaches and the teachers was going to let me sit in the back of the bus with you? It's only 7 girls, and it's a whole football team. No, that was not going to happen. So Henry got a little attitude or whatever, but they put them in seniority too. So they had the seniors load the bus first, and then they had the young ones like James in the back with us. So me and James is like side by side walking, and I could just see Henry looking back, me mugging me as if me and James have something going on. He always was jealous, just like the last story time for my birthday when he seen me and James sitting on the bench out in the school. It's just too much. So the football players are all on the bus. We load last, and they give us our last little speech. You know, the coaches, you know how they got to give you the speech. He's standing in front of the bus with his whistle around his neck, and he's telling us, in other words, y'all act the fuck up, y'all gonna get cut the fuck up. So, you know, we got the picture. We finna go have a good time. We gonna win this game. We finna go to Universal Studios, and we gonna have a good time. We riding. I mean, we eventually leave, y'all. 7:40. We was a little late leaving, but we left. We driving. The coaches was not so strict as we thought. I was able to get up and go to the back where Henry was, and you know, just talk, sit down, mingle. We all cracking jokes. We was calling it ranking back then. When you get your ass ranked on, we were ranking each other. We was like just listening to music, everybody vibing. We just having a good time. To get to Orlando from Miami is about a good 4 hours. So the 2 hour mark, we stop at this gas station. Everybody get out, get some snacks, go use the bathroom. We get back on the bus and we continue riding. We make it to Orlando. We made it to Orlando and we go check into this hotel. It was a Hampton hotel, very nice hotel. We had 2 floors. So I was on the 2nd floor. Me and the girls had our own room. And then our school took up 2 floors. Once we checked in, everybody got room keys. Like everybody in the room, we had extra keys, which was a lot of freaking keys. We all checked in, and then we had to head to the stadium where the game was playing at. The whole time Henry is just calling me. Every second, every minute, the guy is just calling me. It's like, Henry, leave me alone. He see me talking to James. He just getting mad. But y'all have to understand, if you've seen the video from part 1, James was my bestie. It was me, James, and Celia. You know what I'm saying? James is my bestie. Like, I had no kind of attraction to James. James is really like my brother. Like, we were brother and sister. Like, you couldn't tell me that was not my brother. If anybody asked, that was my brother, you know? But he just kept staring at me. He would call me all the time. So once we all check in at the hotel, we go to the stadium, y'all. We at the stadium, and it's time to like unravel everything. Everybody get in position. The players are on the court, not on the court, Lord. They're on the field. They're stretching out. They doing their thing. Again, the coaches is giving them pep talks and telling them, hey, y'all have done a good job. We have made it a long way for us to even get to Orlando. Y'all better win this game. Y'all give it y'all all. And us girls, you know, the girls, we filling up their water bottles with water. We giving new towels. We just doing our thing, prepping for this game. And then I have to give a disclaimer. James did not play in the game. Now, those of y'all who are listening, and if y'all know a little something about high school football, when you are in 9th grade, sometimes you don't get to play with the big guys, the varsity. Yeah, let's say he was playing junior varsity. So even though he was junior varsity, he still got to be a part of the team. He still practiced with them. He still went to the football games, but he did not get to play this game. So y'all know what that means, right? James would hang around with me most of the night. So me and James is like, even though he had on his jersey and his uniform, he did not get to play on the actual field. So the game has started. Woo! They on the field, they playing. I'm, you know, me and the girls, me and Lainey, everybody down there, we throwing towels, we giving water. It's halftime. I'm gonna just fast forward. It's halftime. So it's halftime. The boys, they get a break. They're not allowed to like leave the field or whatever they wherever they were. They wasn't allowed to leave the field, but us girls we were, because the coaches said, you know, we could have a break. We out of town, go have a good time. Now my first job ever was on a food truck ever, and this guy still be out on the street with his food truck selling his seafood, but he don't miss a bag. He heard we were going out of town and he followed us with his food truck out of town. So Mr. Ross was at the stadium selling food. So of course he knows me. So let's say he's selling a hot dog $5. Me was $2. Yeah. If he was selling a big old thing of iced tea or Kool-Aid, $5, it was $2 for me. Yeah, because I was his girl. He gave me my first job when I was, you know, he gave me my first job. He gave me my first job, you know, so $5 for y'all, $2 for me. So halftime, me and James, we wander off to the concession stands. We go, we get us a little food. So I'm like, okay, let me go ahead and buy Henry some hot dogs and get him a big old jug of fruit punch, you know, because he might be hungry or whatever. So I get it. Me and James, we eating good. We having a good time. Right before halftime was over, I go back to the field. I tell Henry, I'm like, yeah, I got you a hot dog and I got you a jug of fruit punch. And he's just like, nah, you ain't gotta do all that, babe. Like, I'm good, I'm good. I'm like, well, you said you don't have no money. He's like, nah, I'm good, I got it. You know, don't worry about it. So I'm like, well, I brought it already, like, you know. And then he was like, well, you brought that nigga, you brought him something to eat. I'm like, I didn't buy him anything. Like, he got a discount because Mr. Ross is working downstairs. We got a discount. He was so jealous. He was just like, no, you brought James that hot dog. Why you gave him a discount? Because we were together. And why would I get a discount and he not get a discount? It just don't make any sense. He walk away all mad, shrug his shoulders at me, exhaling real hard. I remember that. That was crazy. He made me feel kind of bad because I was like, dang, like James is just my friend. Like, why? I'm grown now. I kind of get it, you know, but in high school, I didn't get it. Like, that was really my friend. James was just, and every time Big Henry would give attitude about him, James said nothing. He would say absolutely nothing. He handled himself very well. So, woo, the second half has started. They playing the game. They playing. Y'all, we lost that game. We lost that game by this much. We lost that game. Don't ask me the exact score. I do not remember, but we lost that game. However, we were still going to Universal Studios and having us a good time. So this was Friday. Everybody, you know, we wrap up, we get back on the Greyhounds, and we head back to the Hampton Inn, and we're all in the hotel rooms. Now we're in the hotel rooms. We go shower. Me, Lamy, some Spanish girl, we all in the room talking. The whole time my phone is blowing up. It's Henry. Come downstairs. Come downstairs. I'm texting him. I'm with the girls. We doing this. We doing that. Put the phone down. I look at it again. It's Big Henry. He like, oh, I'm in the lobby. Come get some coffee. I'm freaking 15. I don't want no damn coffee. I put the phone back down. It's Big Henry. He just kept bothering me. So I'm like, okay, y'all, I'm going downstairs for a minute. I put on my clothes. I go. He is sitting at one of those little tables looking sad. He's like, oh, man, we finna go to Universal tomorrow, and I ain't got no money. I shouldn't have came. Why we have to go to Universal? And I'm looking at him like, well, why did you agree to come? Like, why don't you just have your mama come pick you up? Like, I don't know. Like, why don't you do so? Like, why did you come? You knew the school paid for us to go to Universal. Why you here? Like, you know, and I'm trying to be a good girlfriend, but at the same time, I'm still a little immature. I'm still a little immature. So I'm telling him, I'm like, well, why did you come? He's like, girl, because I'm on a football team. And I'm like, well, boy, stop complaining. Hello? He just complained to me the whole time about how he don't have any money, this, and that. And so it was getting late, like 11, 12. The coaches was like, all right, front desk asked for us to go in our rooms or whatever because y'all making a little noise or whatever. So we all go back to our hotel rooms. He go this way, I go my way. And so I'm on the phone. I'm on the phone with James. Yeah, because my friend, he was looking lonely. Like, again, y'all, he was a ninth grader. So the ninth graders really is like kind of outcast to like the bigger boys on the football team. So that's my friend. So once I finished texting and talking to Henry, hearing him complain, I did get on the phone with James and we're talking. And I expressed to James, I'm like, hey, well, I'm having a good time, but every time I turn around, Big Henry is bothering me. He is harassing me. He is complaining that he don't have any money. I don't know if he was expecting me to give him some money. I have no idea, but he just kept complaining that he didn't have any money and how he just wished that we could have just did the game and drove back to Miami. I'm expressing this to James, and James is just like, Big Henry a fool. Like he don't worry about him. Like he'll be all right. Type, just talking to me, and I'm like, okay, cool. So it is 7 in the morning. We all wake up. The coaches call all our rooms, tell everybody to wake up, get dressed, because at 8 o'clock, we're heading to the park. So we're up. We're ready. Everybody meet in the lobby. Big Henry is mad again that I can't sit with him on the bus initially. Now, coming from Miami, you knew that once the bus get rolling, you know that they probably let us like roam around the bus. Why are you acting like this? Why are you acting like you don't know the program already? I just don't get it. So everybody is a little hyped because now, okay, even though they lost the football game, everybody's still excited. We finna go to Universal Studios. We finna have a good time. We finna chill. We finna vibe out. So everybody on the bus is just rowdy. We kids. Everybody loud, talking on the phone, this, and that. Everybody having their little group conversations. It's a little hectic while we sitting on the Greyhound bus. While I'm sitting in the front with Yolami, I'm turning back on the seats, looking at the guys. We all laughing and we all talking. Me and Lamy was sitting next to each other, y'all. Once we everybody started getting on the Greyhound bus, Coach had asked some of the guys to go ahead and put the bags on the bus, because once we leave Universal, we were going to head back to Miami. We weren't coming back to the hotel room. So it was James. I know Henry was down there. It was a couple of guys, plus like 2 of the girls that work with the team. They were all down there shuffling the bags under the bus. So I'm on the bus and we're chilling. After everybody started putting everything on the bus, we just ready to go. Everybody having their side conversations, everybody excited or whatnot. Me and Lamy was sitting next to each other. But Lamy was like, yo, like my menstrual is on and I need to go down to the bottom of the bus and get some stuff out of my purse. Like, Coach, can I go downstairs? He was like, yeah, we got like 20 minutes before we pull off. Come on, let's go. So I'm still sitting on the bus. I got my hand on the back seat, just talking, flirting with Henry, talking, just kids. We finna go to Universal. So I'm just chilling. Lamy come back on the bus and James sit down and Big Henry is back there. Like I said, I was talking to him. So Lamy sit back on the bus and she's just quiet. So I look at Lamy and I'm like, what's wrong with you, girl? She was like, nothing. But I can see tears well in her eyes. So I look at her, I'm like, what is wrong with you? She was like, my money gone. So I was like, what? Your money? Like, didn't you have your money on you? She was like, no, I left it in a sock in my purse. So I was just like, you sure? Like, you pulled everything out your purse? Like, you sure your money there? She was like, yeah, I had $450. My papi gave me, because she kind of Spanish. She was like, my papi gave me $450. I don't see any. So I was just quiet. So I was like, are you sure? So by this time, she had her purse on her. And she just was like looking in it, shuffling in it. And I was just like, look harder, look again, look in that sock. She showed me the sock. It was nothing in the sock. So she's sitting there and she's quiet. She's quiet and I'm looking at her be quiet because I can feel she's about to wail. She's about to cry. $450 is a lot of money. So she gets off the bus because one of the coaches was still down there. She gets off the bus and I can hear her talking to the coach. And now she is boohoo crying. She is crying. And I'm just listening. So she, after like 5-10 minutes, her and the coach gets on the bus and they standing in the front. And coach is like, everybody shut the fuck up. Shut up. So everybody looking. And she's just crying. She's bawling. And so coach was like, where her money at? This girl, somebody took her $450. So one of the boys yelled out, "Maybe it dropped, coach." Like, look on the ground, like maybe it dropped, maybe it's somewhere. So when the boy said that, the other coach got off the bus and he went down there. He was like, "Yeah, let me go see." He's down there searching. Maybe it dropped somewhere. Maybe it came out of her purse. Who knows? So the other coach is down there looking in the bags. And the coach, the main coach is in the front with Lainey, and she's just crying. And he was like, "Who touched her money?" Nobody is saying nothing. I know I didn't take it. I don't know who took the money. So Henry, everybody just back there. We all staring. We listening to coach because at this point he's pissed off. He's giving a speech. He's telling us if the school hadn't paid for this trip, we wouldn't be going to the trip because y'all some thieves. Who the fuck would steal her money? Like, why would y'all do this to her? And she's just crying, and Lainey is just crying and crying. $450. She have nothing. She can't do anything at Universal now. So she's just crying. And coach was like, when I find out who did this, y'all ask is grass. But the whole bus is quiet. And I'm just looking because I know I didn't take the girl money. I ain't no teeth. So I was just like feeling bad for her. So she sit back next to me or whatever. We just fast forwarding. After everybody got cussed out. She's so sad, y'all. I can just feel her energy. I mean, how would you feel? You have a whole trip that your parents gave you almost $500 for, and somebody steal it. Somebody went in your bag and stole your money. How would you feel? And now you have no money. You have nothing. You can't buy souvenirs. You can't go buy snacks. You can't buy the drinks you want. You can't buy anything. You can't do anything because somebody stole your money that your parents gave you. You would feel like crap. I felt like crap for her, and I only had I only had like $250. So. And I'm telling her, like, yo, Lainey, don't worry about it, girl. I'll give you $50. She was like, no, you can keep your money. And I'm like, no, girl, I'll give you $50. And one of the coaches was like, don't worry about it, baby. I'll give you $75. We just trying to make her feel good, give her a little compensation because who the fuck stole her money? Who did it? Who did it? Ooh, child, we pull up. The energy is shifted. All of that little rowdiness we had going on, it was quiet because everybody, coach had done went in on everybody. Coach was mad. He told everybody that we shouldn't even get off this bus if it wasn't for it being prepaid. So the energy is thrown off. Nonetheless, we get there. Everybody get off the bus. He give us rules again. He tell everybody, if y'all ain't at this gate at 6 p.m., we pulling off when y'all parents got to come get y'all. Everybody go their separate way. So you already know me, James, is together. We walking, we on the rides, we get turkey leg, we get souvenirs, we riding rides, just walking around. I'll meet up with Henry most of the day because he calling my damn phone the whole entire time. I'm with Big Henry, so after like an hour hanging with James, I meet up with Big Henry. We in the Harry Potter section. We in this Harry Potter store. I always wanted these beans, these jelly beans that was different flavors, y'all. So I'm looking at them. I'm like, yeah, I want to get these, but I ain't paying $17 for them. Big Henry pulls out a 20. Okay. Okay. He had a little money, just a little money. Cause I'm like, okay, he ain't come broke. Cause I know he was complaining that he didn't have no money, but I know he got a little bit of money. So, okay, he pays for the jelly beans. Okay, we leave. I buy another little drink. And then we go to another part of the park. And it was this store, and it had some Spider-Man shorts. And I still have these shorts till this day. I surely do. So I'm looking at these Spider-Man shorts and I want them. I'm not paying $24 for them. I had money, but I had $250. I told you I gave Lainey $50. So now I'm working about $100 dollars after I spent a little bit. So I'm trying to spend my money wisely. So I'm like, I ain't spending no $24 on these shorts. He pulls out another 20. Okay. You got a little money. You got just a little bit. You said you didn't have no money, but you got a little bit. Okay, I'll let you buy me the little Spider-Man shorts. Okay. So Big Henry, he brought me the Spider-Man shorts, okay. The day is going on. Hey, anybody who been to these amusement parks, you know that it be hot. It's draining. You get tired. You need to sit down and relax. So we find this section, what's it, to infinity and beyond. That part, we sitting over there. Because I remember seeing this big action figure look like him. And we were sitting under this, it was like shade, and they blew like water on you and shit because I was hot and about to faint. So he go buys this big old cup of lemonade. And I always wanted another turkey leg because I love me a turkey leg. And that food be expensive. So I'm looking at this sign for the big cup of lemonade. No. I'm not spending $12 on this big ass lemonade. No. So, and then the turkey leg that I wanted was not the same stand. The one I brought before was way at the beginning of the park when I was hanging with James. This turkey leg is more expensive, and it's $24. $24. Like them shorts that I was not going to spend. So I'm telling Big Henry, I'm like, damn, that lemonade look good, and I wish I could have me another turkey leg. You want to go have? He was like, nah, I got it. So he gets up, he goes to the stand, comes back with this big ass thing of lemonade and this big ass turkey leg. So, if 12 plus 24, that's like 30. That's a lot of money. Where you getting all this money from? For the past 2 days, you said that you didn't have no money. For the past 2 days, you was crying to me saying how you wish that we can just go to the game and come back. What, where's all this energy coming from? Where's all this money coming from? I just don't understand. So I'm not questioning it. Again, I'm thinking that, because Henry have a little job, maybe he got paid, girl, that Friday, girl. Maybe he just got a little $50 he's scratching out. Shit, I don't know. In my little brain, I'm just like, I don't know. But as the day is going on, he is like spoiling me. Now, like, it's a pro and a con to that, because it's like, once y'all find out how he got, I'm pretty sure y'all figured it out by now, how he got that money. But it's like, he chooses to spend it on me. That still don't make me feel any better. It made me feel like shit, actually. So yeah, as the day go on, the sun is setting now. At Universal, when the sun go down, shit get more lively. You can see the lights, the rides get better. So we at this ride where it's a mansion, and you stand in the elevator, and that shit just drop. And next to it was a stand, and they sold like souvenirs, and they sold like clothes and food, and they had this beer, and the beer itself was $9. And then I seen some more shorts with the action figures on them, and every store had different prices. It was so strange, like they really hit your pockets. So this beer was like $9, and these shorts that I wanted very much so like $26, $28. And again, I'm like, I'm finna pinch on my money, because we still got hours to go, and I'm not finna, here go Henry, he pulling out $20 and $40 paying for my stuff. So I start to put two and two together, and I'm just like, when we were at the game last night, you said you couldn't even afford $2 hot dog and $2 fruit punch. You were broke. When we was at the hotel, you were still complaining about how you didn't have no money, how you wish that we just was coming right back to my... I know I ain't stupid. Is y'all? Right. And like I said, I kept my word. I gave Lainey money, because she was hanging with me throughout the day with me and Henry. Some messy shit. She was hanging with me and Henry sometime throughout the day. The coach had gave us some money. We were looking out for her. Other players they was buying her stuff, because it was fucked up. She had $450 and she didn't have no more money. So, with me, coach, other people was buying her little stuff. She was pretty much good. She had a great time, and I'm happy she enjoyed her good time. So the time is setting, y'all. It's about to be 5:30. Y'all remember what Coach said? 6 o'clock. If y'all ass ain't at that gate, y'all finna get left. You know what I'm saying? So it's 5:30, and I'm telling Henry, hey, we gotta head to the front. I see James. I'm like, hey, James, it's time to go to the gate. So all of us, we are walking to the gate so we can meet the coaches, so we can load the Greyhound bus. Child. So we on the Greyhound bus, y'all, and it's getting late. Like, even though we had to load the bus at 6 o'clock, we didn't plan to leave Orlando till like 8 o'clock, to give those kids who don't listen a chance to make it, because 6 o'clock was just a threat. But we didn't technically leave till 8 o'clock. So we all in the Greyhound bus. We are tired. We are drained. I am sitting next to Lainey on the bus. James is not too far. Henry had to sit in the back. Coach called Lainey to help do something. She gets off the bus. James comes sit next to me on the bus. So me and James is talking. We talking. Henry come walk up. Henry is jealous. Henry like, why you keep talking to this nigga, man? I'm texting your phone and you ain't responding. I know you see me text. I look at my phone. My phone is dead. I'm not getting none of your text messages. You rat on the same Greyhound bus. Why are you can see me. You can hear me. Why are you so jealous of James? James is just sitting there. Like I said, James is always quiet. He is not saying anything. He is quiet. So Henry is just like hovering over us, talking on the talking above us, and he's just like, yeah, I'm tired of you sitting by this nigga. You always with him. I'm sick of this. Like, I just called your phone. My phone is dead. I just said that. He called James a little nigga one more time. He called James a little nigga one more time. So when he said that, James got up. He got in Big Henry face, and I was just like, "Oh no!" So when he got up in Big Henry face, he was like, "And you stole Lamy money. You stole that girl money. Yo broke ass. You a broke ass nigga." He was loud. So when he said that, the other coaches they looked at him. They was like, not interested what they talking about. So James is like, and when we was down there helping putting the bags in the Greyhound from the hotel, I saw you go in that girl purse. You took her money. You did. And I was just like, oh, so that's where he get all that money. That's where he get all that money from throughout the day. And they was just going at it. They were arguing. And so Big Henry was just like, and I'm tired of you being around my girlfriend. Like, you always want what I want. You a little nigga. You a little nigga. That's all he kept saying to James. And he was like, you a little nigga. And James was like, I'm a little nigga, but you stole from this girl. You stole that girl money. You stole Lamy money. So now the coaches is quiet. James, sit down. Your Lamy is getting back on the bus. The coach who heard everything, he stopped Lamy in her tracks. He pulls her off the bus. Now they down off the bus talking. It was like a good 5, 10, 15 minutes they down there talking. Lamy gets back on the bus and she's boohoo crying. She crying. He called James off the bus. James gets off the bus and he talking to coach. About 5, 10 minutes, James get back on the bus. And he looking like, coach called Big Henry. And I'm just looking at him like, ooh, babe, you in trouble? Because I can't do shit, So I'm just, Lamy sit next to me, but Lamy is just quiet. She's in tears or whatever. So Big Henry is downstairs talking to coach, and they getting loud. Now, they stepped away. We can't really hear verbatim what they were saying, but we can hear that things was getting heated. It was getting loud or whatever. So one of the coaches stayed off the bus with Big Henry. We get on the bus, and it's like, the driver closed the door. He cuts it on. He cuts the air on for us, and we sitting. Now it's like 10, 15 minutes go by again. Y'all, we see red and blue lights. Whoop, whoop. We hit a popo, y'all. So I'm like, oh, hell no. They don't call the police on my nigga. Like, oh, no. So, one of the dudes in the back was like, oh, James, you a snitch, bro. You a snitch. And James was like, nigga, I don't give a fuck. He keep calling me a little nigga. Ain't nothing little by me. Ain't nothing little by. He said, what's little is him stealing that girl money. So I was like, oh, he got a point there. He got a little point there. And then the dude got quiet. But the police is pulled up. Y'all, it was like 3, 4 police cars. I don't know why they pulled up so deep over an alleged money thieving issue, but they were deep. So the red and blue lights is out there. The police is out there. The cop called Henry to the car child. And I'm just looking out the window. I'm like, my man go to jail. My man is go to jail. I just didn't know what to do. So they talking. They put Henry in handcuffs. They put him in handcuffs and made him sit in the back of the car. The coach that was talking to Henry gets back on the Greyhound. And he tells us, he was like, I told y'all I was going to find out who stole that girl money. And I told y'all ass was grass, didn't I? So everybody is quiet. And I'm just in awe. I'm like, this is my boyfriend. Should I do something? Should I do something? So they said, Henry is sitting in the back of the police car. And it's just, again, we were supposed to pull off at 8. It's like 8:20. So I'm like, is they going to take him to jail up here? Like, I wish I had Henry mama number so I can call somebody. Like, what am I supposed to do? What I'm supposed to do? After some time, I see them opening the door. They uncuff Henry. They let him out. So he's standing in the back of the police car now. So I can hear the coach on the phone with Big Henry people. And he's running down like, yeah, I just talked to your son, Henry. He admitted to me he stole this girl money. It was $450. I wish I would have known that before we even got to the park. I would have had you come pick his ass up. He wouldn't have did none of these activities. I don't deal with no thieves. You should come get this nigga right now. And I should leave him at this park and have you come pick him up. That coach was talking crap. He was threatening to leave Big Henry at that park by himself. You know what I'm saying? So his mama was just like, whoever, auntie was like, no, don't leave my baby. I can't make it up there. Just bring him back, whatever. Y'all, the police let Big Henry go. and he gets on the bus. Now he isolate Big Henry to the front. Like I couldn't even talk to him. Nobody could talk to him. Nobody can do nothing. The coach was mad at him. He was in a seat to himself. I get to charge my little phone a little bit because they had outlets on the thing. And let's say we like halfway to Miami. We like 2 hours in. You know, they let us off to go pee. Same thing, to go pee, get some snacks. I'm trying to talk to Henry. Coach like, nah, don't say nothing to him. He can't talk. So I'm like, okay. I get off, going to the gas station. I'm texting him. I'm like, babe, you okay? No response. Okay. I'm trying to call him. No response. Okay, maybe coach took his phone. I have no idea. We get back on the bus. We headed back to Miami. We get to the school. And when we get to the school, you know, our parents supposed to pick us up or whatever. So we waiting for, I'm ready for Pop to come pick me up. So I'm trying to talk to Henry. Coach is still like, nah, he gonna be the last one to get off the bus. Don't worry about him. You can't talk to him. I'm like, okay, cool. I get my bag. I get in my daddy truck and I go home. I'm texting him. What's up, babe? You okay? Did you really still lend me money? Did you really take her money? What's going on? Like, why you not texting me back? No response. So Sunday morning, cause we got back Saturday. Sunday morning, I'm like, okay. I wake up, no text messaging, cause I would wake up all the time to him texting me, calling me, all kind of stuff. I had nothing. So I call him and he picks up the phone. He's like, yo, we over. That's all he said, and he hung up the phone. He was like, yo, we over, and banked it on me. So I text him. I'm like, why we over? Like, my little feelings was hurt. I'm like, why we over? He was like, cause you with that nigga James and you told him to snitch on me. I didn't even know that you stole that girl money. I figured you probably did something because how you get all that money. But no, he probably seen you steal it. I don't know how James seen him take that girl money. I just know James said that he took the money. And when I heard Coach talking to Henry mama, that's what Coach said. Coach said the little nigga admitted to me he took this girl money. I should leave him up here. That's what Coach said. So I was like, how you, I didn't even, how you, over. You chased me for all of these months. You finally get me and you just dump me? Oh, Lord. Big Henry said it was over, girl. Big Henry said it is over. It's some more stuff. I'm not sure if I want to tell the story about it, but he dumped me. Yeah. He dumped me. It was only like 4 months of school left. He graduated, y'all. He graduated and became a man. I didn't see him anymore, like in school-wise or whatever. But yeah, he dumped me. He said it's over. He said, I'm the reason. I told James I didn't take up for him or whatever. He said I didn't take up for him, or I told James that he stole the money. He pretty much thought me and James conspired against him, or maybe because I didn't stand up for him on the bus and say, no, my man didn't take nothing. He broke up with me. He said it's over. And I felt kind of relieved. I was heartbroken because that was the first time I ever got dumped like that. Just straight up, bitch, it's over. But I was kind of relieved. Yeah. Because I didn't have to have him calling me, texting me, stalking me, trying to kiss me. And that ring that he gave me turned my finger green, girl. It was just too much. So, yeah. That didn't last very long, y'all. He stole that girl money and James snitched on him. I don't think James is snitch. Shit, that's what you stole that girl money and had my girl crying the whole time. That's what you get, big Henry. And that's part two, y'all. That's the end of the story time. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I know I keep seeing me scratch my lip. I just ate some pineapple and it's tearing me up. I hope y'all enjoyed this story time. Any thoughts? Y'all can go ahead and leave y'all comments down below. Please go ahead and like this video. Get me over 300, 400 likes. Hype me up. And please subscribe. I really and truly, dearly love y'all. Appreciate all the support. And until next video, peace.